right, welcome back to Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons. My name is David Ashbaugh. I am your Dungeon Master, and we've got our fearless adventurers, as always, Darren, Alex, and David. How are you boys doing today after that previous session where you all tried to seduce and have sex with a troll?
Well, I'm not. I did not succeed in seducing the troll, so my ego's taken a little bit of a hit. But I'll bounce back from it. I'm sure there's plenty of other NPCs that I can seduce, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good.
We still need to get the essence of wetness, so that's coming.
So
literally,
I'm gonna get that.
As a recap, previously on the last episode, you guys met Gaudreau Guillemot, the good guy. French accented, and he has given you a list of 3 items to collect so that he can create a potion that will counteract the effects of you getting stuck in this realm forever, so you will still have an opportunity to return home, should you want to, of course. And so you went to collect the first item on that list, which was a troll's tooth, which turned out to be not what you expected. You guys were going into it expecting a fight. But, of course, you met Dorella Drizzledrop, who was a lonely old grandmotherly troll who invited you in. She gave you food, she gave you drink, you played a dice game. Darren was the victor of that dice game, and because of that, she handed over a jar of her teeth, and then Darren rolled a d12 to determine how many teeth, and he rolled 12. So you guys have more than enough for what Gaudreau had asked for. And I will say this, you give him the 1, keep 11, and it could be used as a trading item later in the future. But before we get started, of course, let's do some dude dialogue. So we're going to go around and have a fun little fact about each of our players. We started with Alex last time, so let's start it off with David this time.
I'm going to run out of facts real quick.
No, that's not a fact.
Right
that
there.
doesn't count.
Yeah, that's... A fun fact about me.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yep.
All right,
Hold on.
let's
Come
go to
back to me.
I suppose, I'll do like a humble brag, I suppose. Fun fact about me is that I'm a voice actor on the
Really?
side when I hustles.
You can't really tell.
Video game... right? Because I sound like shit. Oh, God. I actually have 2 roles in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game Shredder's Revenge, where I voice Casey Jones, the character in that game, as well as Napoleon the Frog, who rides a roller coaster in the background
yes,
of a
the
level.
2 most iconic characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Arguably Napoleon the Frog more famous than Casey.
Which one is
but
Casey?
Really fun role nonetheless.
Oh,
Hockey guy.
My favorite role that you've been in, though, is that book you had to narrate.
Oh my God! Is that the erotic book?
Well, I mean, yeah. Should that be a
Yeah,
fun
you know what?
fact for the next episode, or I can dive
let's
into
pack that
for this
away,
one?
and it's a little teaser for our listeners.
Just a teaser for next week, though. One of the lines I had to get through that took me 35 minutes of raw audio to be able to do was describing a woman's vagina as juicy folds while she was getting turned on. Take
Tune
with that
in
what
next
you will.
week for all the juicy details.
Yeah, to find out.
Don't
All
want to
right,
miss it.
David. Let's.
Yeah.
I hope you have taken inspiration from Darren. Let's go back to you.
Oh, was I supposed to be thinking this whole time? I mean, fun fact to get about me, I guess it could be a downfall, is I pretty much have like a million hobbies. I just pick a new hobby, like it seems like once every 2 months. Mm-hmm. And right now my thing has been 3D printing.
Do you have a
for
3D printer? Damn.
I do, yeah. And I've just been pretty much printing just bullshit. Mostly like storage and stuff. It's like, I got Gloomhaven, so I got to print off a box organizer for the 300,000 pop-outs.
So what you're saying is you can print us off a bunch of minis for our campaign.
Hey.
I could. They probably wouldn't be the greatest quality because it's not a resin printer, but it would
Nice.
do the
All
job.
right, well, that's pretty cool. And Alex, give us an interesting fact about Alex Kerrigan.
What's kind of interesting as well is I wouldn't call myself a professional voice actor, but I am an aspiring one. And I just actually secured a gig for a friend of mine. I don't know how much I can talk about it just yet because it hasn't been launched, but I did a narration for a video for him for, I believe it was for Riot Games tournament video. And Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, it's
very
you
cool.
got to start somewhere, right? And
Hey man, nothing wrong with Riot Games. That's a
definitely,
that's a
yeah.
resume pin for
My
sure.
my first gig was I did my first paid gig, I should clarify, was I did a voiceover for a popular podcast out here called This Is Van Color. Yeah, Mo
yeah, I know
Amiri
those
got me
guys.
to do a narration for his 100th episode, and I did the intro for that, and that counts as my first paid gig. So, my resume is noticeably smaller, but when I'm catching up.
To be fair, I think any
Love it.
broadcaster that's ever been on a microphone is an aspiring voice actor. I mean, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Million
it's
percent.
easy. It's easy. You
Million
can do it from
percent.
home. It pays well, and it is the toughest industry to crack into.
If you watch I Know That Voice documentary, basically early voice acting, they were all radio hosts because that was just, they all knew each other and goofed around, and that's like the original voice actors aside from Mel Blanc were pretty much
Yeah,
radio
I
hosts
was
to
actually
start.
just going to say, if you want a masterclass in voice acting, look up Mel Blanc. I think there's a video out there about people talking about the most impressive thing he ever did, and it was Bugs Bunny doing an impression of Daffy Duck as Bugs Bunny.
Yep. You know, that might
I think it
be
might
from
It
Yeah,
might
that
be actually,
documentary.
yeah, because it's like he did both those voices, of course, but being able to do an impression of one voice you do while doing the voice of another character you also do is insane amounts of talent.
Yeah.
Just to add on to that,
Yeah, that
he
sounds
went
like
the
it'd be
other way
tough.
too. He did
Yeah,
an
well-
impersonation of Bugs Bunny as Daffy Duck. Like they were impersonating each other through that episode, so we had to do one impersonating the other, and then go back the other way with the other one impersonating the first one. And I mean, like, it already blows your mind
Yeah.
to think about it the first way, but then you got to go back and do it. And yeah, it's oh man, Mel Blanc is the god of voice acting, and people need to look up a lot more about what he did, because he was pretty far back there now, and it's pretty easy to forget how good he was.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this:
Yeah,
he
I
did
have never heard of
basically
him.
all like 80% of.
You've heard
Yeah,
him.
he did like
You've just not
80%
heard
of the
him.
Looney Tunes voices,
Heard of him,
basically.
yeah.
But I will say there's also a really good clip on YouTube if you want to look it up of Seth MacFarlane on the Graham Norton show doing a bunch of different voices from Family Guy, and it's an absolutely hilarious clip.
Which, just as difficult, being able to carry a pitch and sing in a character voice like he does in Peter Griffin or Quagmire, like another level of vocal control that you don't really
Yeah,
appreciate
that man
while
is
it's
also
happening.
insanely talented. And for like
Yeah,
the first
dumb.
10 years of Family Guy, nobody knew who he looked like. Nobody knew what he looked like. So he just walked around as himself, being insanely rich.
But that's the sweet spot. That's why voice acting is so alluring, because if you're the most famous voice actor, you can probably still walk into a supermarket and
Exactly.
no one has a clue.
All right, well,
Kind of
I could-
sidestep. Have you guys ever heard that that album that the guy that did Archer put out? It was like a jazz album, and he played trombone, but he doesn't know how to play.
H. John Benjamin. Yeah, but he had no idea how to do any jazz stuff, and he hired the musicians without them knowing that he knew nothing about it. And
I love John
yeah,
Benjamin.
he did an interview with
yeah, just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
both Archer and Bob's Burgers, fantastic shows. If you've never seen them, give them a watch.
Yep.
Archer, not for the younger audience, but Bob's Burgers, approved for all ages.
Oh, and definitely pick yourself up Shredder's Revenge, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Like, I played that to front and back with my brother, and I didn't realize that you were Casey Jones in that. That's
that was
awesome.
like my first big role. Me in a bathrobe, sitting in like my home studio like this. Well, the guy's just like, okay, big hit. Okay, little hit. You're just like doing that for 45 minutes.
Your neighbors are like, what the fuck is going
Real
on
fun.
over there?
So cool.
Yeah, one jackass would mow his lawn. Thank God he didn't do it that day, but I'd have to like pause everything during audiobooks because you just hear in the background the entire time.
All right, well, interesting fact about myself, I've never broken a bone. Let's move on.
Damn it!
What?
That's a good one.
Yeah, what a
Not yet,
bookend.
you haven't.
All right, so, like I had mentioned, you guys obviously had your encounter with the troll, and we'll pick up where we left off as you guys were walking away from the mouth of the troll around this beautiful little pond with a nice little garden, manicured path, back on the path towards Gaudreau's house. And everybody make me a perception check.
Getting into it, eh? All right. A fat fucking 5.
9.
A healthy 16.
Nice.
Okay, so David, you're the only one that basically notices that your phone in your pocket is vibrating. And everybody's phone is vibrating, so if you'd like to point that out to your fellow players.
I think our phones are vibrating.
You know what's stupid? I just checked my real life phone.
I did that in the last episode when he mentioned their phone. He's like, now grab your phones, and I literally grab mine.
Yeah.
So y'all pull out your phones, and you notice that your little quest log that you have with the 3 items you require, you got a little check mark next to the troll tooth, and the essence of wetness is now lit up on your quest log, and you have a little marker that is south of, or west of you, I should say. Unfortunately, of course, you have not explored that portion of the map, so it is still black, but you also realize that the troll cave is now marked on your map as well, and the areas that you have traversed have illuminated on your cell phone.
Well, I say we go, like, we're doing pretty good. I say we didn't fight or anything. I don't need a rest.
Yeah,
I
don't
feel
need
like
a rest,
we could just probably start trucking towards this wetness.
Wetness.
Yeah, throw some flour on it, see where it is.
Yeah, it's soft.
Why am I saying what way?
I will forget it. Yeah, I say we head to the wetness, man.
We're heading
West
down
Wetness.
to the little beach town of Rockwhite, right?
Ooh, Westy Woods.
You are heading down to the little town of Rockwhite, indeed.
Okay.
See what you did there.
I'm in.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Just a little info for those listening. Both Alex and myself hail from a small town just south of Vancouver called White Rock. So, very original naming of this town on my part, if I do say so.
Yeah, they pulled an
Gorgeous little spot.
pulled an all-nighter on that one.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
hurt
it
his
took me a
brain.
real long
thinking
time.
that one.
But yeah, it is a beautiful little town. Anyway, so you guys are traveling through the forest. Like I said last time, it's a beautiful, pristine forest. And as you make your way towards this area, you walk past the cabin that you recognize as Gaudreau's, and you notice a western direction path with a little sign that says Rockwhite pointing towards it. And so you follow that path for a few minutes. I'd say, you're walking for a good 35, 40 minutes or so. You're enjoying life so far. You just had a decent meal. You're still feeling the effects of the very strong alcohol served to you by Dorella Drizzledrop. And everybody make me a perception check.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, is it? I'm gonna guess here, but it's probably too late to go back to Gaudreau's place.
Did you guys want to stop at Gaudreau's before moving on?
Oh, maybe that is a good idea, actually. Drop off a tooth and possibly get some more intel on what this wet is.
That ain't pee.
All right, so then let's back it up. You get towards Gaudreau's place. You see the westernmost path with a sign saying Rockwhite, but you decide to stop into Gaudreau's place instead.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
Sure.
Okay, so you open the door and you see Gaudreau in the corner on his rocking chair reading a book. Oh, you have returned. How was the quest in an attempt to get the tooth from the troll?
You could say it went pretty good, and I just plop the jar down on the table, and I pull out a tooth, and I kind of flick it to the table.
Oh mon Dieu, c'est très bien. Alors, very, very good job. Wow. Okay, so I simply need the one. Perhaps you can keep the others on yourself. They could come in handy during your quest.
Now, Gaudreau,
Was there
why
anything
didn't
else you would like?
tell us that you were actually friends with Dorella?
Well, I wanted to, test you, see how you would handle yourselves in an unknown situation.
Well, we got to know her pretty well. Am I right, boys?
Yeah, pretty good.
So now that we proved ourselves, can you tell us anything about this wetness we're walking into?
Oh, well, the essence of wetness should probably be contained within a small vial. It is a vibrant blue, so you should recognize it when you see it. The town of Rockwhite has a festival happening at the moment, and there are all assortment of little games that the children play, and I believe the essence of wetness is one of the prizes you can win.
Okay.
Gaudreau, do you know which children's game we have to play?
No, I do not, but I'm sure it would be hard to figure out once you arrive.
Are we going to have to fight any kids?
Do you...
I do not believe so, but if you do, I do not believe you'll have trouble with dispatching children.
Okay, so
hope not.
we're going to have to fight these kids, and they're definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah, it looks like we're slaughtering a circus,
Yep.
guys.
All right.
Do you have any contacts there? Anybody we should keep an eye out for when we get down to Rock White?
I have never personally been there myself, so no, I do not.
Well, I think we've tapped this well, boys.
Before you leave, I will say this. Once you return from Rockwhite, Chuck should be back from his quest that he is on so he can rejoin your party.
Do we know what quest Chuck was on?
No, you do not.
What was,
And we know?
my boy, what was Chuck up to?
Well, Chuck is on a bit of a scouting mission, if you will, trying to get more information about the noble woman that you will need to procure her hair.
Oh, right, okay, doing a little recon for us. You gotta love Chuck.
Oh,
He's a good dude.
He's wonderful, and his small stature makes him hard to see, so he's very good for these stealth types missions.
I've got a situation. I actually hurt my tailbone in the quest with Durella. Don't ask how I hurt the tailbone, please. I was wondering if you had any kind of healing potions. I need some HP.
Kiss his boo-boo better.
No, unfortunately, I do not have any healing potions, so you will have to deal that with yourself.
Okay, no sweat. I thought I'd ask, but thank you, Goodrow. Yeah, I think, I don't know about you guys, but I think we should be moving on to Rockwhite.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Allons-y.
good. to move. Allons-y.
And baguette.
So
bubble mousse.
you got omelette du fromage. So you guys exit the cabin and you continue down the path to the west that you saw the sign pointing towards Rockwhite. And now everybody make me a perception check.
There we go, 18.
My first perception check when we first got here was a 14, and now that I re-rolled it, now it's a 4.
I will allow you to keep that 14.
I re-rolled up to a 10.
Okay, so all of you, as you're walking down this pathway that has taken, like I said, probably about 35, 40 minutes or so. It's not super far, but it's a bit of a walk. As you approach the town, you hear the sound of waves crashing on the beach, seagulls cawing overhead. You can also hear the sound of a large crowd chatting, milling about. It sounds like a really happening, bustling town. You hear some bells ringing, some small cheers, and you smell the smell of cooking food, basically. And upon your arrival to this town, you see a lively and bustling promenade full of creatures playing different types of games. You also see a booth where it seems you can exchange your winnings for prizes. What would you guys like to do?
I want to go over to the prize exchange booth and just see if there's an essence of wetness there. To be like, okay, that's our goal.
All right. The other two of you, would you like to also join him?
I'm going to kind of, while they're looking at that, I kind of want to just kind of take a peek at the games and kind of see what's around us.
All right. And Alex?
I think I want to investigate the smell of food.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start with Darren. Darren, okay. You walk up to this prize booth, and in front of you, speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, stands, well, a humanoid turtle. He's standing in front of you about the same height as you, except he's extremely buff, and he is operating this prize stand.
Okay, my good man. How fares you on this fine day?
Oh, what's up, bro? All right, you got some tokens to exchange? You want some prizes? What's going on, man?
Oh, it sounds like
this guy's been token enough.
Not the only tokens being exchanged here at this fine booth. I see.
Oh yeah. What?
Inside joke you probably don't understand in this universe. So I'm just kind of looking at your prizes here. What kind of winnings could we be getting here? How do I go about getting certain things off your wall?
Oh, it operates pretty standard arcade procedure. We got some games set up. You gotta play them, and if you win, you get the tokens.
Cool.
And you need tokens to exchange for prizes.
Are any of those prizes, perchance, an essence of wetness?
You look at him as you ask that, and he points to the very top of the prize chain, and you see a small vial of bright blue liquid.
I squint and try and see if there's like a token value next to it so we know what we need to obtain.
It says 10 tokens.
10 tokens? All right.
and he points at all the games, and he says, "Oh yeah, man, you can just play all the games and get as many tokens as possible. Everything costs gold."
How much do different games pay out different levels of tokens, like higher rarities of tokens, or they all pay out the same amount? Because I'm just trying to maximize how much I can win here, my man.
Well, I mean, you got a game of deception, you got the shooting range, you got a rock off.
Deception.
A rock off.
So, oh yeah, it's a crowd favorite. So it's pretty gnar from time to time. If you get
are perking.
So everything's got a different token value if you're able to win. So just take a look around and see what suits you the best.
Can I see no tab from where I am?
Yeah, you guys haven't separated all that much.
Okay, I turn around and I just cup my hands around and I look at no tab and I point. I'm just like, dude, rock off now.
Say less.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then let's go to David. David, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to take a peek at all these game stalls and just kind of see what we're dealing with here.
Okay, so you take a look around and you see the shooting range, which is a simple shooting range, bow and arrow.
Okay.
You make ranged attacks with your roll. Unfortunately, however, you have to use the bow and arrows provided, so you can't use any added bonus to your attacks. It's just a straight 20 roll, and it says, on the sign next to it, says 1 gold per arrow. And then you see another booth that looks like a shell game, like the scammers on the streets in New York. They got the ball under it and they're trying to shift it around. However, it works as the player is the one trying to deceive the operator, and it says 1 gold to play. And then you see the rock off. It's a big stage in the middle of the town. And it looks like it's a pretty big deal. It looks like there's some big acts playing there. And what happens is you get to roll performance, and whoever you're facing off against rolls opposed performance. And then the crowd decides who they like better. It's a cheer and clap off. Sweet. And on that side it says 3 gold to play. And you also notice that there are prize tokens associated with each game. For the shooting range, you need 5 points to win, which gives 3 tokens. For the game of deception, you need to obviously deceive the operator, and if you're able to do that, you get 3 tokens. And the rock-off pays out 5 tokens if you win.
Well, boys, my tattoo here says that deception and performance are my 2 main traits, so I'm feeling happy right now.
Mine is deception, so I'm probably gonna, or David's rocking, I'll be deceiving.
So before we do any of that, let's go to Alex. Alex, what would you like to do?
I was looking to investigate the smell of food. I wanted to know what was going on with that.
Yeah, so Alex, you see a very large food truck, and behind it is what looks to be, well, you've seen something like this before in the dungeon. It looks to be a humanoid dragon of some sort, and he is cooking up all different kinds of food truck food, let's say.
Okay, I'm going to chat with the dragon. Hey, dragon, you're not the same guy that I saw in the dungeon, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. Who are you?
I am but a weary traveler who is looking to eat some food. I'm a bit famished right now. What have you got for me, my man?
Oh, we have a nice menu prepared for you. Well, for everyone, actually. We've got some white wraps, and white is spelled like the monster, W-I-G-H-T, which look like some sort of tacos. And then we've got some boar sausage.
White people tacos.
We've got some boar sausage, and of course some fried potatoes.
Ooh, okay. How much for some boar sausage?
Oh, boar sausage with a side of fried potatoes would be 10 silver.
10 silver. What do I got in my inventory here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys all picked up some decent coin from those
I've got
scouts
18
you
gold.
Yeah, I got
decided
16
to murder.
gold I'm sitting on.
I've got 16 gold as well, yeah.
So
silver,
10 gold would be basically 10% of one, or 10 silver would be 10% of 1 gold.
Would be 10%.
So 100 silver is 1 gold.
Oh, on here it says 1 gold piece equals 10 silver.
Oh, well then, let's say
One
it's
gold
one
piece
silver.
is 100 copper.
I gotcha. So then let's say it's 1 silver for a sausage and French fries, basically.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna give him a gold, and I'm gonna get me some boar sausage.
Perfect. So he's like, thank you for your service, or thank you for your patronage. And he hands over basically like a small, thin wooden bowl with 2 sausages, some French fries on top, and then some sort of mystery sauce on top of all of the food.
I'm just gonna eat it. No perception check, no anything. I'm just gonna down it.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
It's fucking delicious.
Nice.
Carny food. You don't want to know what's in it.
Exactly.
Do not ask how the sausage
ones
is
that you
made.
don't investigate. Yeah.
All right, so let's head back to Darren. Darren, what would you like to do?
I'm going to, looking at my tattoo, I see that I'm probably going to be better served in the deception game, seeing as I don't have performance or even a instrument to play for the rock show. So I'm going to move my way over towards that deceiving game.
Perfect. And as you get there, he says, step right up, step right up. All are welcome to play against me. Try and deceive me. Try and hide the ball. Hide the ball. Hide the ball. You, sir, there. You, sir, as he points at you. You, sir, there. Step right up. Would you like to play?
I excitedly kind of run up, just getting into it. Yeah, let's do
Wonderful, wonderful. You look like a smart young man. You look like you might be able to deceive me. 1 gold to play. Would you like to play? Would you like to play? 1 gold. 1 gold. 1 gold.
this. Pretty expensive game you got here, my guy. But yeah, I'm into it. Let's do it.
Well, you know, I'm a small business operator. I've got to make money. I've got 7 children at home and a wife who hates me. So let's go. 1 gold.
All right, I flick him a gold.
Perfect. All right. So,
Wife
Darren,
hates
the way this is the way this is going to work is there are 3 shells in front of you and a small red ball about the size of a marble.
Yep.
And you put the ball on the table, and then you put one of the 3 shells over top of it, and then you roll deception, and he rolls an opposed perception check. So, you put it on, and before you roll, describe how you move the shells around the table.
I'm also going to state that I am going to be holding an action while I do all of this, which will be a minor
I like it.
illusion.
Fucking love it. Okay. Describe how you move the shells around the table.
Okay, so I assume that the ball is sitting like in the kind of in front of the middle cup. So
You can put it under the middle cup, you can put it under the left cup, you can put it under the right cup, but he's going to see, obviously, which shell covers the ball before you start moving them.
right, of course. So I am going to the cup on the right. I'm just going to scoop the ball up into, and I'm not going to like have a pause of putting it back in the row or anything. I'm just going to scoop the ball with the right cup and then immediately like move it down, grab it with my left hand, move it to the right, grab it with my right hand, circle it around, grab it with my left hand, pull it to the center, and then circle it around, grab it with my right hand, pull it to the right, and then circle it around, but then just circle it around again, and then I'm going to switch the left and the right, and then the middle and the left, and then I'm going to keep it there.
Wow. He says, oh, look at Mr. Fancy Hands over here. Fast action, fast action. Wow, wow, wow. You're so talented. Okay, so I am extremely impressed with that description. So roll me a deception with advantage.
Ooh,
Very
all
in-depth.
right, all right. So first roll is a 16. Not bad.
Yep.
And next fucking deceiving is worse. That is a 10.
Perfect. He is going to roll an opposed perception, and he rolls... he rolls a natural 1.
Good.
Didn't see
He's like-
shit.
He's
Yes.
like, my boy, you have the gift.
I know.
And he points at the middle one.
Oh, what? Okay. Shit. I am going.
Wait, was that the one it was under?
I think it was under the middle one. Yeah.
I did not keep up with what you were saying, so
I didn't realize you were even keeping up with what you were
yeah,
saying.
neither did I.
Good.
I was. I was trying to really get into it. Keep in mind how
But,
stoned
okay,
I am
but-
right
but-
now.
but-
Shit.
But let's say because he rolled a natural 1, he points at the correct one, but you're able to just quickly shift it to a different one.
I want to do what I wanted to do sickly in the first place, and while I'm lifting the cup, I'm going to cast my minor illusion that there's no ball under that cup.
Perfect. Is there any kind of roll he needs to make, or?
No, it's a cantrip, I believe. Let me just
Oh,
double
okay.
check.
So you're
Yeah.
basically just making minor illusion so that there's no ball under that.
Yeah. I tilt it back and I go, oh, sorry, my man. Good try, though.
Oh, we've got a winner, and a win. You, my boy, get 3 tokens. Here you are, and he hands you 3 prize tokens that are very large, golden, kind of like CD-sized tokens.
And I go in to give him a big handshake and like a tap on the shoulder to be like, excellently well played, my man. And while I do that, just so I don't get caught for cheating, I slide switch the cup on the right and the cup in the middle, so that when he cleans up, the ball isn't under the middle one.
All right, hold on. He's going to roll a perception check.
Shit.
And he rolls a 9. So, Darren, I'd like you to roll me a sleight of hand check. You got this, buddy. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Where can all go wrong, my guys? 19. Fuck yeah.
Hey.
So you are more than able to disguise your treachery.
Oh, I smashed that cheating, my guys. Yes.
and he shakes your hand and he says, "Well played, my boy. Well played, well played." And he kind of pushes you away a little bit aggressively, as if he's a bit frustrated. And then he starts saying, "Step right up, step right up. Anybody else want to try? We had a winner. We had a winner. Winner, winner, winner. Anybody else?" And you slowly walk away from this table with your prize winnings.
I move over to the concert to go watch No Tab play some fucking shredding.
Yes, before we get to that, let's jump back to Alex. Alex, you're currently enjoying your boar sausage and fried potatoes with mystery sauce. What would you like to do before David takes the stage?
Well, first off, do I get any stat boost or an HP boost for that food?
No, it's just food, man.
Well, in that case, I
Respect the hustle, though.
I'm trying. I still hurt that tailbone with the troll. Again, not mentioning how.
You're just trying to get health back, aren't you?
But I'm going to wander my way over to the shooting gallery. As a fighter, I think that is going to be my play.
Okay. So you get over to the shooting range, and in front of you stands, well, it's just a regular-looking guy, and he says, "Hey, man, you want to take some shots?"
Hell yeah, brother.
Everybody.
Okay. I was hoping not to have to work too much today, but whatever. It's 1 gold per arrow. If you hit the target, you get 1 point. If you hit the inner circle, you get 2 points. If you hit close to the bullseye, you get 3 points. If you hit the bullseye, it's an automatic win. And you need 5 points to win. And it's 1 gold per 2 arrows.
1 gold for 2 arrows. Okay. And if I get the bullseye, it's an automatic win. And I think it's 3 tokens if I win.
Yeah, that's correct.
If he gets the bullseye with his first arrow, does he still get a shot with a second one on another one to make more points? Get like 2 wins potentially?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
What is going to be the skill for shooting?
It's going to be a ranged attack.
Ranged attack, okay.
Okay, while you're humming that over, I just want to, my guy's kind of I'm getting prepared for the inevitable rock concert coming, so I'm kind of like strumming my guitar a little bit, but I reckon Alex is feeling a little inspired by my practice.
All right, so Alex, you have received Bardic Inspiration. You can use a 1d6 on your next roll, or on a roll of your choosing within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
However, like I previously stated, this shooting range requires the competitors to use their bow and arrows, so you do not get a bonus to your ranged attack.
Okay. So it's a ranged attack one. I just want to try and look up where that is, because I'm definitely going to be getting rid of the shooting gallery. Actually, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slap down 3 gold for 6 arrows.
Oh, wow. Big spender. Good for you, buddy.
So let me take my gold down here.
That's actually kind of nice, you know. After this, I can probably close up for the day and just go home.
So I got 6 arrows.
Guy loves his job.
I'm going to immediately shoot for the...
Oh, you don't shoot, you don't call your shot. You just take a shot, make a roll, and depending on how good your roll is, that determines where your arrow
All right,
hits.
1 roll per time? 1 roll per arrow, I guess?
Yep. So just give me a straight D20 roll.
Okay, sounds good.
Because you don't get any bonuses on this.
Let's give her. First one's a 15.
Oh, damn. Okay. It says, wow, great shot. That's inner circle, so you get 2 points. You need 3 more to win, and you've got 5 arrows.
Oh, I'm shooting again.
Well, yeah.
That one is a 12.
12 is another 2 points, so you got 4 points. So far, you need 1 more to win and 4 more arrows. You are good at this game.
This guy sounds so enthusiastic. I love it. All right. My next shot's going to be... Oh, no, it's a 6.
So you take a shot, and it just sails right past the target and almost hits somebody standing eating a corn dog or something behind it. And looks
There's
at
that
you with
kid
like...
you killed.
He looks at you like, what the fuck, man?
I've
Wow, you missed. So bad for you. Wow. Okay, so 4 points, 3 arrows left. Try not to shoot the other patrons.
Oh, don't tell me
It
what to
happened
do.
a while ago, and it was a whole big thing.
All right, so I just took another roll, and it is an 8.
Oh, you hit just the perimeter of the target, which is 1 point. Congratulations. You've received 5 points, which means you get 3 tokens. And he hands over your 3 tokens. If you've ever seen somebody like super depressed handing over tokens, this is what that guy looks like.
So every Rutgers I've ever been to.
Yeah.
All right, so I still have...
Yeah, this is a cashier at the end of a 12-hour shift in the rough part of town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The South End.
Yeah, so Alex, you have 3 tokens. However, you still have 2 arrows left, so you can try and get more tokens.
I'm definitely going to. Like, I paid my arrows, I'm going to use them. Then I'm going to try and get that bullseye. So let's get one more roll.
Hey, and before you take your shot, he's like, your first roll was a 15. I mean, maybe try and do better.
Well, I just took a roll, and I'm not going to take his advice because I hit a 6.
And he looks over his shoulder and sees some poor kid enjoying like a cotton candy, and he's got an arrow in his shoulder, and he's like, what did I just tell you?
Just smashed a kid.
Don't hit the other patrons.
Don't forget,
And-
you are inspired.
That's true. That's true. I would...
And after he looks at the kid with the arrow in his shoulder who's now crying, he reaches over the counter and tries to grab the remaining arrow out of your hand. So make a sleight of hand check for me.
Sleight of hand. 18.
Yay.
So he tries to grab the arrow out of your hand, and with an 18, what do you do?
I quickly snatched the arrow that I'm holding away, and I grasp another arrow from behind the cashier.
Okay, make me another sleight of hand check.
To get thrown out of his carnival.
22.
Fuck you, Alex!
See, that's what I wanted. All right.
Yes, dude.
He
Yes.
rolled a 22.
All right, so-
Okay, so you successfully grab another arrow. He's like, okay, man, whatever. I don't want any trouble. Just take your fucking last 2 shots. You know what? I'll say this. Take both shots at the same time and see what happens. And
Legolas.
Okay, so
so, Alex, I want you to roll me a ranged attack, but I want you to do it with your bow.
okay.
Which I believe is a +7
It is,
to
yeah.
hit.
So I think if I...
And so you pull out your bow, and he just looks at you, and he's like, "Ugh, fine, just go away, man.
I'm going to use my my bardic inspiration on this one.
All right, roll me a +6 or a D6.
Well, I loaded the dice up here, and then D6 with a 4.
So with a 4, both arrows hit the 3-point ring, which means you get another 6 points, which means you get another 3 tokens. And he's like, all right, whatever, man. Good job. Here's your tokens. Just fuck off.
Love that.
Hell
So
yeah, epic.
Alex now has 6 tokens, and Darren, I believe you have 3?
I have 3, yes.
All right. So
One shy.
Alex, after his beautiful performance at the shooting range with the depressed
Dude,
carny-
I even shot a kid.
yeah, you even shot a child.
Came out of that
Yeah, I got-
winning.
yeah, I
Pretty
won-
hard, really.
I won
It's a good
twice
day all
and
around.
hit a kid. Like, I'm having a fantastic day.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Alex,
get
if
better.
it makes you feel better, earlier in the day, that child kicked a puppy.
Got him. Yeah, that's karma, buddy.
Way better. Yeah. Fires another arrow.
Now that I know that. All right, and so Alex wanders his way over to the stage where Darren is currently waiting, and you guys are kind of milling around in the crowd that is gathering in front of this stage. And a man walks up on the stage and he says, "Are you ready for a rock-off?" And the crowd goes wild.
No tab.
And you start chanting that, and everybody looks at you like, "What? Who?
You'll find out. You'll find out. Don't worry.
And we've got our champion waiting to take on the challenger, and he introduces Everybody put your hands together. You know him. You love him. It's Riz Bonnaroo. And the crowd goes wild as a fellow tiefling, David, walks up onto the stage, and he's got himself a lute. And our challenger. And then he whispers, dude, what the fuck is your name?
David, no tap.
Are you sure?
I'm getting a little nervous now. Everyone's real excited for this other guy.
Oh, okay, we've got Rivet Vita, I think. And
yeah, we'll go with it.
And you hear just some like sparse,
and it's me.
And then you hear Alex and Darren just being like, "Woo, yeah!"
Just over silence, just two guys go, "Yeah!"
And so, David, would you like to go first, or would you like to be the following act?
Oh, I think I'm going to go first, because if he's really good, I don't want to follow that. Oh, but I don't want to pump them up for him either. That's tough. That's tough. I'll go second.
Okay, so the announcer says, "All right, put your hands together for Riz Bonnaroo!" And he comes up and he's pumping his lute in the air. He's having a good time. He's a tiefling. He's got red skin, bright yellow eyes. And he comes out, and he puts his hand to his guitar, and he rolls a 3.
Yes.
I was going to do something, but now I'm not going to do it.
And so he starts strumming his lute, and it sounded all right for a little while, but about 20 seconds into his performance, one of his strings breaks. Ooh. And he doesn't really know what to do, so he just keeps playing, and then another one of his strings breaks, and then the crowd starts to like go from a cheer to like a slow, low murmur, and then you just start to hear some like...
Is anybody else picturing like when you're playing like shit in Rock Band and like you're a guitar hero?
All the bad sounds.
Oh boy, this guy stinks.
And then like Ashley Simpson on SNL, he just kind of Irish jigs off the stage in embarrassment.
There's
all right,
a
I'm not so
callback
worried
reference.
anymore.
Right? Yes, the young ones will not understand.
Gen Z right now is like, who the fuck is Ashley Simpson?
Yeah. Yes, lesser known Simpson sister.
As if they know who Jessica Simpson is.
They probably don't even know that Nick Lachey from Love is Blind,
how
whichever
dare
one of
they?
those shows that he hosts, was married to her at one point.
Wait, which boy band was he part
98
of?
Degrees.
98 Degrees.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, that was okay. He was like the Justin Timberlake of 98 Degrees.
The bronze finish of the hierarchy of boy bands for sure. Though.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, 98 Degrees.
Yeah.
All right,
10 and
so,
Boys to Men belong up there.
Yeah, that's more of an R&B. That's like an R&B.
Yeah,
I mean, technically,
Boys to Men were a boy band though.
Yeah, but it was a different type of, different type of music, different genre.
It was another time,
Another time. Anyways, okay, moving on. So, David, after having witnessed Riz Bonnaroo absolutely biff it on stage, what would you like to do?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to like pump the crowd up a little bit, and I'm going to use my thaumaturgy to manifest my voice. So it says here it can boom up to 3 times as loud as normal.
Okay.
Yes, dude.
So I'm just gonna fucking just get them pumped up and ready for them to just like open this shit up, mosh pit style. You know what I'm on? Like a wall of death.
All right, then roll me... Ooh, what would that be? I don't want it to be a performance, because I want to save a performance roll, obviously, for your performance. Roll me a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, persuasion, +5. I like it.
That'll work, yeah.
Could have been better. That was a 10 in total.
Okay, so the crowd kind of like hears what you're saying, and they hear this booming voice, and a couple of them get really scared and run away. But
they're not ready for this heavy.
Most of the crowd is, they're starting to kind of, they're moving their feet, they're bopping their shoulders, they're gyrating their hips. It starts to kind of take effect. Make me one more persuasion check. See if you can get them really going.
Yeah, be like, you guys need to open this shit up. I'm not asking twice. Persuasion. 9.
Yeah, so David, you step up to the stage and you put your hand to your ear and you're like, I can't hear you. And everyone stops dancing.
I love this.
And the crowd is completely silent, just looking at you, basically being like, "Okay, fucking get it over with."
Me again.
Well,
just,
since I can have 3 thaumaturgies up at the same time, so I'm just gonna immediately, when that happens, I'm going to create some instantaneous sounds from the crowd of just people cheering and loving it, as if, it did work.
So okay. I like that. I like it. Go for it.
yes, dude.
Yeah, it's just a duration 1 minute. It just happens. It's going on. People are loving it. And then I'm going to, this is a cover for To the Hellfire by Lord Ashore, and then I just start fucking giving her.
I would like to say the millisecond David strums the opening chord of his performance, I'm going to use minor illusion to just house lights behind him, like reds and purples and blues, just shining
Fire
behind
shooting
him.
up.
Yeah, to the music to really kind of up the production value of his performance.
Alex, do you have anything that can
anything else boost this performance?
We need a mosh pit ASAP, and you're a fighter, so I feel like you're the one
that's
to
a
get
good
the
idea,
shit
yeah.
going.
Yeah,
I like that.
find the crowd of people and immediately start pushing them.
Yes.
All right,
Strength check?
give me a strength check.
How about an intimidation
Fucking crowd
check?
killing.
Kill someone.
How about an intimidation?
How about a strength check?
How about a strength check? Okay, I'll do it. Oh, it's a 10.
Okay, so with a 10, you find a big dude standing next to you, and you give him a shove, and he looks at you with a bit of anger in his eyes, and he's going to roll an opposed strength check, and he rolls a 13. So he shoves you back really hard. But lucky for you, he shoves you into about 3 or 4 other people who then get riled up because
That's
what
how it
just
goes.
That's
yeah,
how
because
that
they
bit gets started.
yeah, exactly. They just got bumped into and they don't like it, so they just start pushing, and it just spreads like an epidemic around the crowd, and all of a sudden the entire crowd around you is just bumping and punching, and elbows are flying everywhere. David, make me a performance check.
I'm just windmilling like crazy, and here comes. What'd you say?
And actually, you know what? Because of what's going on in the crowd, make me a performance check with advantage.
Yes. Yes.
I'm loving it. Yes. Performance. So that's just I do it twice then, right?
Yeah, and take the best of the roll.
Nat
That's
20.
a nat 20. Okay, you don't need to. So,
What?
David. So, David, you rolled a nat
Performance
20
of a lifetime.
plus 5. So you rolled a
Big
25,
showdown.
the highest possible roll on that performance, even without advantage. So what happens is you're on this stage, and your tiefling demon soul within you starts harnessing the energies of hell, and all of a sudden flames come bursting out of the stage, and you've got pyrotechnics going off around behind you. You've got sparklers, you've got Darren's backlighting, and you give the absolute performance of a lifetime.
Is it? I peaked.
Attaboy.
It's all downhill from here.
Now play that song that David name dropped in its entirety. We'll get the rights to it later.
So
All you need is the pig squeal part about halfway through.
So after you finish your performance, you are pumping full of endorphins and adrenaline. The crowd, well, like half of them are unconscious on the ground because you just got that mosh pit going like crazy.
I know it's a good show.
Yeah,
both
yeah,
Darren and
fuck my
Alex,
metal.
roll me a D4 of damage.
Oh, you hurt us with that performance. It was so good.
Well, you guys were right in
One.
the middle of the mosh pit.
4. I'm a 4.
Catch that
God,
chip
Alex
tooth.
is hurting.
Dude, I got thrashed in that.
Okay, so Darren takes 1 damage. He's a wizard. He's squishy. He was just kind of hanging on the outskirts of this
Not his
mosh
first
pit.
mosh pit.
Yeah, I've been doing
Alex-
a show or two.
Alex, being the fighter, he was right in there. He took an elbow or two to the face. He's got a broken nose, blood coming out of his nose, split lip. He's looking a little rough.
Now, this is a mosh pit.
But with the,
I would just like to point out. I would just like to point out there have been like 4 interactions in the last 2 episodes, none of which have involved combat, and Alex just has the absolute shit kicked out of him.
The dice tell the story, Darren.
Oh, right. I could heal you. I forgot too.
All right. So with that performance, the announcer comes up on stage and he's absolutely speechless, and he just starts. He just starts slow clapping, and the rest of the crowd in front of the stage, not only the rest of the crowd in front of the stage, but everyone in this town, it starts spreading around because you performed so well, and your thaumaturgy amplified your voice so much that everyone in this town starts clapping and cheering and starts chanting,
Can I catch a bird and bite its head off on stage?
I'm sorry?
Can I catch a bird and then like bite its head off on stage to really just seal it? You know?
You know what? I would usually make you roll like a sleight of hand check, but you rolled a nat 20 on your performance, so I will say yes. What kind of bird and why is it a seagull?
It's an albatross. It's just
That's a
fucking-
big bite.
So yes, would you like to snatch a bird out of the air and just bite its head off?
Absolutely. I'm thinking of Ozzy Osbourne. I'm just like, I got to channel. I'm never gonna get this chance to do this on stage again.
Okay,
So
so you bite this bird's head off, and as you do, the blood starts spewing from its neck, and you notice one particularly large man who looks like a half giant standing in front of the stage, and he's just T-posing with his palms to the air, his face looking up at you with his eyes closed as if to say, spray me.
It's turned into a guar
I
show.
sprayed the shit out of him.
All right, so he
I
gets covered
spit
in
the bird
blood,
head
and
into the
he's
crowd.
Yeah, and he's just like, yes. And the tale of your performance shall resonate throughout this realm for all time.
Pete.
That honestly could not have been better. Well done.
And of course, with the insane performance, you get 4 tokens, which gives you guys a total of 13, if I'm not mistaken, and you needed 10 for the essence of wetness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all right, so are you guys ready to go? Just a reminder, you guys got the tokens, the essence of wetness, or the essence of wetness is 10 tokens, and you've got 13.
Yeah, we.
Is there other prizes too we can spend these 3 extras on?
Well, you'll have to find that out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I say we
fair
group
enough.
up after David's done getting fucking all the blowjobs in the world from groupies, and we move over to that prize table.
Perfect, so...
I'm gonna be a while, boys.
There's
So
a lot of
as
hot
you move
tiefling
over-
women here.
As you move over to the prize table, David just gets ambushed basically by all sorts of creatures of every
Ye olden
gender.
bras and panties getting thrown at me.
Yeah, you got bras coming in, you got cod pieces hitting you in the face, being like, David, oh my god, David, oh! And David, because you rolled that nat 20 on that performance, this is going to follow you around for the campaign. You're going to be pretty well known. You're going to be a famous musician in this realm from here on out. So
I couldn't have asked for better.
Really?
so you fight. You
This
fight
is
your,
like
you
the
fight-
bard's dream.
Yeah. So you fight your way through the crowd. David, a couple hands make their way down your pants.
Mine.
But even Darren is seduced. So you make your way over to the prize table, and everyone make me a perception check.
Guys, we really came into the show in these last 2 episodes. I hate to say.
Not the only thing we came into.
19.
Damn it, 8.
I rolled a 14.
So Darren, unfortunately, is distracted by everything going on around him, but both Alex and David, much to your dismay, you look to the top of the prize wall, and that little vial of blue liquid is no longer there. And
The wetness is gone.
the turtle man is still standing there, kind of milling around, waiting for you to approach him, asking for prizes.
What's up, turtle man? Where's the wet?
Where's the wet, bruh?
Oh, what the wet? What's the wet?
We
Bro,
want
what's
the
the wet?
essence of wetness that was at the top. Does any?
Oh, you want the essence of wetness? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's been claimed by that dude over there, and he points towards basically the ocean, and you see a mermaid man kind of slithering towards the water.
Oh no! Immediately sprint towards Mermaid Man, shouting, "My man, my good man!"
Okay. Do the other two you guys follow pace?
Yeah, I mean, he's a mermaid. He lives in wetness. Why does he need more wetness?
Right?
I think I'm gonna hang
Okay,
back for a minute. I'm gonna see how this goes.
You're just gonna chill there and see how it works for Darren and
I
David?
can't swim.
Well, he's not in the water.
No, I'm gonna hang back for a bit. I'm gonna stay by the prize table in case anything else happens there.
All right.
Sharks in there. I don't want to get.
So Darren and David, you run up to this mermaid man, and what do you do?
I just calling out, my good man, can I speak with you for just a moment? Just a moment.
Okay, so this mermaid man turns around and he flashes you a look that you recognize instantly because this man looks surprisingly like Ben Stiller from Zoolander. And he flashes you his patented blue steel look, and he says,
"Oh my god!"
And he says, "Moisture is the essence of wetness."
And I respond
Can I,
immediately,
since I still have-
and I say, "And wetness is the essence of moisture."
Can I, since I still have, like, blood all down my face and everything from biting this bird off, and I'm all sweaty and looking pretty, just had this brutal, sick performance, can I do an intimidation to him to try and get him to, like, pony the wetness up?
Sure, but you're going to have to say something to him.
I'm gonna guttural, do some little death growls and just give me the wetness.
All right, roll me an intimidation check.
18.
So he looks at you and he's all surprised. He's like, Why are you being so aggressive?
Because we need the wetness,
Yeah,
my
I just
man.
forgive my friend here. He's very hyped. I don't know if you caught his excellent performance just a few moments ago. He's a little
Still
hyped up
riding
from
that
the
high.
show. Still riding that high. We just we will gladly give you the amount of tokens you paid for that wetness, but we actually need that.
And all of a sudden, from behind you, you hear some footsteps, and you turn around, and there's a very attractive blonde man that walks up to you that looks suspiciously like Owen Wilson from Zoolander. And he says,
So we're aware of the Zoolander films in the real world, correct? Like, of the
Correct.
game, like Zoolander exists.
yes.
Okay.
And he walks up to you and he says, wow, you guys are really giving my boy here a hard time. Wow, name's Hansel. How about this? How about we have a surf off for the vial? Wow.
A surf off.
What is that? Gonna be athletics, I'm guessing?
Yes, so
Acrobatics?
It will,
Athletics.
It will be an athletics-based competition.
0 in athletics.
Yeah, I'm also 0.
I'm a +4. I'm gonna take this opportunity to wander over now.
There we go.
Thank God.
So Alex wanders over, and Alex, what would you like to say?
You're on, buddy.
Says, all right, let's get this done, but we're going to need some sort of judge to determine the winner of this competition. Wow.
I raise my hand, and I cast a minor illusion to make myself look like David Bowie.
Darren, I would like you to click your inspiration button.
Yes!
Because as you think that, you hear a quick tune pierce the air. Let's dance! And you turn around, and you see a slender man with short yet manicured hair approach, and he says, if nobody has any objections, I believe I might be of service. And he takes his sunglasses off, and you recognize this man as David Bowie. Not someone that suspiciously looks like David Bowie. This is Ziggy Stardust himself.
So when you die, you go to Faerun. That's the afterlife. That's what I'm gathering.
That's kind of where I'm going. But
Yeah, I love it. I love
yes,
it.
Darren, yes.
I step aside.
And David Bowie steps in, and he's like, all right, gents, this will be a straight surf-off. Old school rules. First rider surfs, next rider surfs, then elaborates. Which one of you will be the best competition for our boy over there? And he points to the Owen Wilson lookalike.
Bowie's in Spain.
What's doing out there, man?
I'm stepping up. I'm gonna do the surf off.
All right, we have our competitors. Okay, so the way this is going to work is, Alex, you will roll initiative against Owen Wilson's initiative, and the first player will then roll a d20. However high they roll will determine how good their trick is. The next player will then roll a d20 to see if they can match that roll, but you'll also be able to add your athletics modifier. And then you will add to that with another d20 roll, and it will go on and on and on until somebody fails a roll.
Oh boy. Okay.
Happy you're
So,
doing this.
Alex, roll me an initiative.
I rolled a 17.
Perfect. He rolled a 6. So, Alex, you get to go first and describe to me what you would like to do on... Oh, and before we do this, Owen Wilson looks at you and says, "Here, why don't you use my board?" And he hands you a surfboard. And
Well, I'm going to take his board. I'm going to paddle out to sea, and I'm going to wait for a little bit, catch a nice wave, and then when I see the wave that I want to get, I'm going to stand up on it. And I'm going to start to hang 10.
All right,
And-
but before you do that, David Bowie puts his fingers in his mouth, blows a whistle, and all of a sudden a massive whale breaches the water behind you and splashes down, which kicks up an absolutely massive wave that you can surf.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to surf the wave that the whale created, and then I am going to jump over the whale with my surfboard, and I'm going to do a kickflip, and I'm going to land on the other wave that the whale created.
All right, cool. Roll me a d20 with your athletics. Roll me athletics.
Athletics. Here we go, boys.
You got this, man.
I got a 9.
I'm believing
You
you.
might not have this.
All right, well, I will say the only way you could fail it is if you rolled a 1. But it makes the check for Owen Wilson easier to beat. So you wanted to hang 10 and then do a kickflip?
Hang 10 and kickflip over the whale.
Cool. All right. So as the whale kicks up this wave, he's kind of swimming beneath the wave to keep its momentum going so that it doesn't, fizzle out too early. And as he does that, you're cutting across the wave. The whale breaches the front edge of the wave a little bit, and you manage to just kickflip over it, but you catch the whale with the back part of the surfboard, but you manage to stick the landing. And on the beach, the onlookers are quite impressed. Your teammates, of course, are quite impressed with what you've just done.
Yeah, crushing it, bro.
And then Owen Wilson says, "Wow."
I didn't see that coming.
And so Owen Wilson, I'm falling, I'm screaming, and we're like, "Haven't you been smoking peyote for 6 days straight?"
And Hansel, isn't there a possibility this could all be in your mind?
Great movie.
Cool story,
right.
Hansel. Well, I'm watching Zoolander after this. Like, that's
Yep.
Cool story, Hansel.
Yeah, that's settled.
Okay, so Owen Wilson, having seen what you have done, he's going to roll his d20, and he's got just to make it fair, he's also got a +5 to athletics. So he's going to roll the d20 with a +5 to see if he can match your trick, which is the hang 10 plus kickflip over the whale. Oh my god, he rolled a natural 1.
Yes. Oh.
Okay, so Hansel
We got that
tries...
wet. We got that wet, boys.
we got that wet.
Hansel tries to do the hang 10, but he puts too much pressure on the front of the board, so he just toe picks into the water. And seeing as how the whale is underneath this wave, he falls directly into the whale's blowhole and just disappears. And the camera cuts to David Bowie, who says nothing but just puts his hand over his mouth.
Did
Blowhole
Owen Wilson
me,
just
Hansel.
die?
And then the mermaid of Derek Zoolander looks at you and he just throws you the vial.
Woo!
Yeah, I catch the vial. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. And is there anything else you guys would like to say to him before he scurries off into the ocean?
Yeah. Sorry for your loss, man. I hope Owen Wilson is okay.
And he looks at you and he just says, "Merman! Merman!" And he dives into the ocean, never to be seen again. And you turn around and David Bowie's also disappeared.
I just walk
Well,
over.
that was something.
I walk over to Sir Alex and just fucking pat on the back. Just crushed it. Scared that boy. Couldn't even do one trick.
Yep.
Yeah, so Alex, you can also receive inspiration for that as well. And you know what, David, for your performance, you also get inspiration. So all three of you get inspiration now.
Huge day at the carnival.
Best carnival ever.
So
Yes.
Alex, so click that, and so an inspiration die can be used to re-roll any roll from here on out.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, and I'm gonna give you a little healsy heal too. Little healing word.
Oh, awesome. That'd be great, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, six
Nice.
health.
Good heal.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Now I'm feeling good, boys. I'm feeling good. I killed the shooting range. I shot a kid, and I just kick-flipped over a whale with a surfboard. I've had a pretty good day.
Inadvertently killing Owen Wilson.
Yep, and I murdered Owen Wilson.
Little hiccup killing Owen Wilson and shooting that child, but aside from that, guys,
That kid had it coming.
Okay,
Had a pretty good day.
the kid did have it coming.
Ah.
Alex, you make sure to add those hit points because you haven't yet. All right, so you guys have basically you know dominated your time here at the beach carnival.
Smashed.
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely wrecked it, and your cell phones all vibrate.
Whoa.
I take out my cell phone. And
Yeah, I
take
check my
it.
cell phone, yeah.
Yep.
I really hope it's a message
So-
from Dorella.
holding that hope.
Yeah.
So not only do you have a notification that says quest complete, obtain essence of wetness, but you also see that David Bowie has been added to your list of allies.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. The dream realized.
So what would you guys like to do? You can head back to Gaudreau Guillemot's cabin to turn in the essence of wetness. It's up to you guys what you would like to do.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of the only thing we got to do right now.
Yeah, because we're waiting for other buddy to
We're
recon
there.
the noble woman.
So we haven't spent any of our tokens, though, actually. I'm going to go back to that wall
Oh, yeah, those
and
extras.
see what
Very
fucking
good, Darren.
11 tokens will get us.
13.
We got 13, yeah.
13 tokens, yeah. Spread them out.
Okay, so basically you see a bunch, well, you see some just children's toys that you don't think would have much use, but you see some healing potions, each of which is 3 tokens, just basic healing potions. And you also see potions that are associated with the games that you played. Potions of performance, potions of deception, and potions of athletics.
Ugh.
I mean, I feel like... we
All
might
of which
as well
cost 3 gold. Or 3
spend
tokens,
the
I should say.
wad. There's nothing there like magical items I could attune to. It's just potions and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's a little early in the campaign to be giving you
Yeah, that's
magical items, so...
fair. No Volpal swords or anything like that.
Aw.
Yeah, you see you see one sword, actually, for 10 gold that is... No, I'm just kidding.
I want to investigate some of the kids' toys.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
There's one of those sticky slap hands that you used to get back at Rutgers back then. That's the
So
one.
I just rolled a 17.
Okay, so with 17, Alex, you notice that there is a small wind-up teddy bear with, one of those cranks on its back that, gets it walking.
Right.
But you realize that this actually is a bomb.
Guys, there's something about that teddy bear that I think is going to come in handy. How much is the
I would
teddy bear
also
for...
like-
How much is the
Yeah.
teddy bear?
Oh, go ahead, Darren.
I would also like to investigate the wall after Alex tells me that he's noticing something, like things aren't as they seem.
All right, roll me an investigation.
+5 to that. Come on, don't be stupid. 16.
So with a 16, you also notice not a teddy bear, but like a stuffed cat that's got a wind-up on it. And metagame-wise, I haven't really come up with a name for this yet, but basically you can wind it up and it will act as a drone. You can wind it up, tell it where to go, and you can see through its eyes.
Oh my god. And I'm a cat guy, so yeah.
So each of these stuffed animals are also 3 tokens. Everything on the wall is 3 tokens. So you've got a teddy bear bomb, a reconnaissance cat.
Can I also check and see if there's a third hidden cool item?
No, but thank you for asking.
Shot fucking down.
Swamp.
Well, then, yeah, I say, I talk to the guys in general, and I say, I might as well just pick up the cat, the bomb, and then spend the rest of the wad on health potions.
David, make me an investigation check.
Hey.
David also finds up.
14.
Okay, so David, you see a really fancy-looking guitar pick, and
fuck yeah.
Pick of destiny.
metagame. This is a guitar pick that you will roll a d6. That d6, when you use it, will determine how much you gain to your performance on top of your performance proficiency. However, if you roll a 1 or a 2, this pick will break.
E6 to performance, and a 1 or 2 breaks it?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, love that.
And each of
My vote's for that, for sure.
So each of those are 3 tokens, and you guys have 13. And, of course, you also have, like I said, the potions of healing, the potions of performance, the potions of deception, and the potions of athletics.
Well, I'm taking that cat.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm taking the pick.
I'm taking the bomb.
All right.
And
Perfect. So that's 9 tokens.
I think we should get a healing potion as well.
Agreed.
Yep. Safe bet.
Perfect. And you pick up a healing potion. So everybody make those custom items for now, and then I'll try to get those put in actually as items in the campaign. But make sure you just take notes of those. Okay, so for the teddy bear bomb, I will also say that it basically depends on how much you crank that the wind-up thing. And it's going to be, you're going to roll a d8 to determine how many, or actually, you know what? You'll roll a d20 to determine how many seconds you have before the bomb explodes.
Yes.
And the bomb will do 4d6 fire damage in a 20-foot radius.
Love that.
Jesus.
Fucking nuke, man.
All right, so it's...
However, if you roll a 1, it's going to explode in your face.
Let me just read this
That's
back to
fair.
you. It's a d20 for seconds back to a bomb, and I get 4d6 for
Damage.
fire damage in a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
that's just been added to my backpack then.
And Darren, you will roll a d20 on the cat to determine how many minutes you have before it runs out of energy as your little drone.
Okay, sounds good.
So you could roll up to 20 minutes of seeing through this cat's eyes to, inspect a place. And it's basically going to work like a video game. You can control what it does, where it goes. So you can go in and then bring it back to you. But if it runs out, it's literally just going to stop where it stops.
But it's like infinite uses. I can grab it again, rewind it, and send it out again kind of thing.
As long as you don't roll a natural 1, yes. If you roll a natural 1, it's just going to basically fall apart.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? Let's say this. Every time you use it, the d20 you roll will have to be better. So you use it the first time, you got to roll better than a 1. You use it the second time, you got to roll better than a 2. The third time, better than a 3. So the more you use it, the more likely it is to break.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So, would you guys like to head back to Goudreau's cabin?
Yeah. Let's say.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied.
Yeah, we're about done here. We couldn't have done any better.
Yeah, I think you guys did very well.
I'll smash first try, crushed him.
Yeah, especially David. Yeah, David. Like I said, I'm not even joking. You're going to be like, people are going to spread the word about Devad Note
Viral.
and his
Love it.
amazing performance in the town of Rockwhite. Okay, so you guys high on life right now, heading back towards Goudreau's cabin, and just because we are playing D&D, let's roll on the encounter table.
Oh, sorry, were we rolling?
No, I'm rolling. Well, in D&D, whenever you're traveling, the DM's supposed to roll on the encounter table to see if you encounter any NPCs that are aggressive towards you, like wolves or something like that. I rolled, and you did not encounter anyone. So you make it back to Goudreau's cabin without incident. What would you like to do? You're standing outside his cabin.
Just boisterously fling that door open like the goddamn champions we are.
Yeah.
And we just come through there just like, Goudreau, we did it.
Like, guess what, buddy?
And unfortunately for you, you can't see Goudreau in the cabin, but standing in front of you
Wasted the entrance.
at the table is Chuck.
Hey!
He says, "Oh, boys, it's good to see you. How'd you do down at the beach there? I heard you got the troll tooth without much issue, but how'd the beach go, boys?"
I don't know, no Tabe. How'd it go?
Well, I mean, if that troll didn't want to sleep with us before, he's definitely going to want to now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I shot a kid.
Good for you, Alex. Wow.
Oh, I guess
All in all, successful.
I guess I
day.
also kickflipped over a whale, but I mean, I shot a kid, man.
Kid was asking for it.
Right? Just sitting there.
Okay, boys.
Eating his con candy.
So, unfortunately, Goudreau's, he's out right now. He has to run some errands, getting some things, a few extra ingredients for the potion. but I did some scouting, try and help you guys out. So the noble woman and her hair. The castle itself, not very big. The town's just a one-street kind of place, you know? So you're going to stand out as outsiders. Everyone knows each other in that type of town. However, I have found out that the guards for the castle work in shifts, and the ones that are off-duty tend to enjoy getting drunk in the local tavern, don't y'all know? So I think you boys should start there. Maybe get friendly with the guards, buy them some drinks, and see if you can either get some info about the noble lady and her, her whereabouts, her movements around the castle. And maybe you might be able to get in, or perhaps even try and swipe a key to the castle off their keyring. They get pretty drunk, and, it'd probably be not super hard to befriend them and maybe try and swipe a key, How you go about this mission is up to you.
Okay.
Sick.
Sounds easy.
Sounds like something that the most famous person in Faerun is going to have no problem starting a party
Right?
at
It's
an
like,
inn.
Do you know who I am?
Right?
Oh, you're Davad. Why would you be famous?
Oh, you didn't...
Oh, I did just a little ditty, and it did all right.
Oh, you did a little performance down at Rockwide. I hear they got quite a nice stage down there.
He's being humble. It was far more than just a little performance. He brought the roof down.
I just kind of wiped a little dirt off my shoulder. Just like, no, it was all right.
Okay, well, and if you got a bit of standing, a bit of following, as far as a musician is concerned, that kind of news travels fast. So it will work in your benefit if you stroll into this town.
Maybe we could get them to hire me for a gig in the castle.
Make a little money.
That's not a bad
Get a
idea.
little extra wetness in there.
Hi-oh.
And on that line, we will end this episode.
Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons is myself, Alex Kerrigan, the half-elf fighter, Darren Warts, the Aasimar wizard, David Beaton, the tiefling bard, and our dungeon master, David Ashbaugh. Make sure to subscribe to our socials, Dungeons, Dudes, Dragons, all one word, on Instagram. You can find our YouTube channel at Dungeons, Dudes, &Dragons, and our TikTok is linked in both bios. If you like this podcast, please spread the word to friends and family who might also enjoy it. It's the absolute best way for us to gain new listeners. Also, please rate and review wherever you get your podcast. It helps us boost us in the rankings so we can reach a wider audience. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you'll tune in next time for another episode of Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons.